you beneath you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Essentia Health Mustang Stadium for tonight's matchup between the Shanley Deacons and your West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs. I'm Tristan Murrock, joined alongside me in the booth is Dan Wolf. Dan, tonight, matchup between the Deacons and the Mustangs. First EDC matchup for both of these teams this year. So with that, what do you have on this match?
Well, anytime these two teams have played in the last 5 years, it's been an exciting opportunity. We've seen state record-breaking performances when Emmett Kinney kicked the longest field goal in North Dakota history. These teams have won state championships. And these guys, usually anybody who's going to win the EDC, it generally has to go through one of, or if not both of these teams. And so anytime they get together, you should expect a big, big game.
So with that, really quick, we'll run down to the anthem and play introductions and be right back, folks.
Honor America with the playing of our national anthem. The national anthem is being played tonight by the Cheyenne Pep Band under the direction of Mr. James Landman.
I love my country.
So with that, we'll take a quick look around the league tonight. Williston is at Davies, Fargo North at West Fargo High. The number 5 ranked team, Bismarck High, is at number 2, Minot. And then number 3, Legacy, is at number 4, Century. So with that, we are underway with player introductions and send it down to PA announcer Ben.
Bernita Pa, Charlotte Madriga, Emery Bailey, Javea Bolton, Catherine Madriga, Hannah Carter, Makayla Cummings, Peyton Zeman, Phoenix Jones, Joy Bolakai, Soteris Nagby, Manjay Chroma, Liberty Jorison, and Milani Banks. Our color guard is Haley O'Neill and Bailey Whitetra. Cheer coaches tonight, Sadie Ketteman and Jake Hamran. Now introducing the starting lineups for tonight's game. Starting with the Shanley Deacons offense. At right tackle, number 56, Holden Deutsch. Right guard, number 52, Max Sorensen. At the center position, number 55, Liam Miller. Left guard, number 79, C.J. Johnson. Left tackle, number 58, Sean Carva. Wide receiver, number 21, Jake Kraft. Another wide receiver, number 1, Kai Zabel. Wide receiver number 0, Carson Busick. Another wide receiver number 6, David Holcraft. Tailbacks number 9, Landon Mitchell. And the quarterback number 10, Jax Mattern. Head coach for the Deacons is Troy Mattern. Now introducing the starting defense for your Cheyenne Mustangs. And the defensive end, number 6, Tate Herman. Defensive tackle, number 77, Xander Murray. Nunca, number 50, Brennan Gable. Defensive end, number 55, Cade Beckshot. Linebacker number 9, Brayden Olson. Another linebacker number 5, Zach Benzie. Another linebacker number 8, Tommy Levine. At one corner number 3, Jameson Allen. Another corner number 1, Isaiah Lincoln. One safety number 29, Landon Zink. The other safety number 13, Sullivan Irie. Head coach for the Mustangs is Jeremy Newton.
So with that, as we come back from player introductions, we'll take a look back at these two teams. Week 4, Cheyenne played out at Bismarck against BHS. That was a loss, 7-28. And then Shanley in Week 4 played Legacy out in Bismarck. That one was also a loss, 43-14. Week 5, both these two teams played. Shanley playing BHS at home, losing 14-40. And Cheyenne played Bismarck Century, That one an OT loss, 21-20. That one obviously really close game coming down to the wire out in the bowl. So Cheyenne won the toss, has elected to defer. As we are about set to get this underway.
Well, Tristan, the way this season started, certainly for Cheyenne after that 3-0 start, that exciting, thrilling game the last time we had a broadcast, that victory against Mandan. They had worked their way up to the top of the standings in the state. Certainly weren't expecting a 2-game losing streak going out to Bismarck High and then Bismarck Century. The first one was kind of a blowout loss to Bismarck High. And then against Century, Cheyenne tied the game, or had an opportunity to tie the game, but went for a 2-point conversion to win, and ultimately were unsuccessful against Century. So, I think while we've said much, if you were going to win the EDC, you had to go through these two teams. They're having kind of some uncharacteristic seasons at this point. So this is going to be an important game for both of them tonight to try and get things going in the right direction as we head into the meat of the EDC schedule.
As Gullick's starting off with a decent kit, young mark on the return. Gets to 38.
From their own 38.
As we'll take a first look at the Cheyenne defense in about 3 weeks, since I believe it was week 3 last time we saw these guys. As you said, played Mandan and at the thrilling homecoming game. Gain of about 5 or 6 on that.
Number 21,
Jake Kraft on the catch.
And Shanley, we know, likes to go with pace. They go no huddle. This is something that has been going on for them for the past couple of years, and certainly with Jax Mattern, the coach's son, running the show, not surprising that that's going to continue on. And this puts a lot of pressure, a lot of stress on the defense. You don't have those opportunities to substitute, get guys a blow, where they can get some rest. There's going to be a jump. Oh, they didn't call anything. But that puts a lot of pressure on a defense. So we'll see how Cheyenne handles that tonight.
There's a jump by Brennan Gable, I believe, as he gets to about the 50 for a first down.
Pass complete to number 9, Landon Mitchell. Gain of 5 on the play.
Landon Mitchell with the gain.
First down. Isaiah Lincoln on the stop for the Mustangs.
As that one is fumbled.
Yeah.
They'll call that incomplete, though.
Yeah, it was forward. It was far enough forward for that pass to be just an incompletion.
Midfield.
And you never know exactly what Shanley's going to throw at you with this spread offense. Certainly going to be a lot of passing, but a lot of RPO opportunities as well. As there's a good pass across the field. That's a tough pass going against your body as a righty, throwing it over to the left, but a lot of zip on that one.
Good job by the Cheyenne defense not letting them gain anything off the catch,
Play by number 3, Jamison Allen.
as that's a gain of about 7.
Third down 3.
So 3rd and 3 for the Deacons, as Jax Mattern tries to get his team, back, and that's an early jump there by Cade Petschak.
Encroachment on the defense. 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
So it'll be first down from the
First and 10 for the Deacons.
39.
The Cheyenne Mustang.
I would think
38.
for
Excuse me.
Coach Newton, you want to play as clean a game as you can tonight. And that, you hate giving up first downs when the opponent doesn't even have to run a play, when it's all being handled by a penalty. And so, for Petschak and the entire defensive line, you get antsy there. Shanley does a good job of just stretching out that play clock, and you never know how quickly they're going to go with that snap. And you just got to be really patient and watch for that movement from the ball from the center. And that's
a good.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah.
That should be a PI penalty right there. Lincoln climbed right over the top of him, contact way before the ball had gotten there. That one was an easy call. But there's another 15 yards. There's two of the first downs on this drive for the Deacons come courtesy of Mustang penalties.
Something Coach Newton probably isn't too happy about early, as first score does mean a lot here.
Well, it certainly could tonight.
From the Mustang 22.
Once again, Mattern going no huddle, just
And I think
quick
that's
play there.
I think that's the first run of the night. Handled pretty well by the defense. They do get 3, but
Gain of 2. Second
again,
down,
it's probably setting you up for an RPO type of situation.
That was Yeager on the run, as he gains some yards here and gets 11. So in the red zone.
And again, this offense from Shanley puts a lot of pressure on your linebackers and defensive backfield in particular, because you have to respect the possibility of run, but with 4 or 5 guys in a pattern, you don't know what might be going on for a pass.
Mattern in the shotgun, takes it himself, gets by 1, almost got by 2 there. Good job by Isaiah Lincoln on that. He stops him in his tracks. Gain of about 1.
A nice job of an open field tackle there by Isaiah Lincoln.
tackle made by number 1, Isaiah
Kind of out there by himself. If he doesn't make that tackle, good chance Mattern either gets near the end zone or gets in for a score. So certainly a touchdown saver there, and Shanley's going to take their first time out of the night, I think.
So Shanley getting into this red zone early, as the Cheyenne defense trying to come up with a stop here.
I think one thing that should be easier for the defensive line for the Mustangs is Mattern probably not as dynamic as a quarterback as we saw when Mandan was in town for homecoming. Probably don't have to worry about that breaking of containment on the outside. He's likely to stay in that pocket longer, but this offense is certainly more complex, which puts that heat on the defense to try and figure out exactly where the ball's going and what the situation is.
Mattern will take it himself. Gets a gain of about 3 or 4.
Little option there. Running back kept pitch relationship with him. Mattern and ultimately just turns it up himself, picks up a few. But 3rd and 6, Shanley can't get a first down without scoring, so that might be a factor here.
Mattern pass over, and that one was almost intercepted there by Lincoln.
Oh, and that was not Mattern, that was Busick.
Busick.
Yeah. So not Mattern on that one. Now Mattern is back. So a little trickery by Coach Mattern there. Little Wildcat look. Now Jax Mattern had a man, just throws it wide. And so Cheyenne holds on their opening defensive stand there. Brings up a long field for them, but they bent but did not break. So that's a good stop for Cheyenne. Now looking to see if they can grind something down the field and put some points on the board.
So going to be our first look at the Cheyenne offense in 3 weeks in person. As Olsen will have Schlichting and back with him. It's a handoff to Schlichting as he loses about 1 there possibly, or 2.
Nice job by the Shanley defensive line shedding that off, that blocker, and just being in the hole waiting for Schlichting. That was Herman, sorry.
Tackle made by number 56, Holden Deutsch.
Not quite sure how that could be Tate Herman,
No, that was
considering he's not
Schlichting.
even on
that
the
was
field.
Schlichting.
Questioning that for a second there.
And this is one of those situations, if you're Cheyenne, you got to be careful if you're going to throw the ball.
That's a deep pass, Irie, and it's caught. He's at the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Touch.
For sure. Probably looking for something a little more controlled. And so a nice completion. That'd be about a 95-yarder there.
I'd say that was more about like 97,
97?
98. Great pass from Olsen off of that one.
Looks like the Mustangs are going to line up and kick this one. Gullick's on.
Kicks up, and it's good. Straight down the middle. Mustangs lead 7-0. We'll take a short break and be right back. Don't go anywhere, folks. So, welcome back, folks, as we come back from break. Off the Mustang touchdown, a 97-yarder from Olsen to Irie, as Gullick's on to kick this one back over.
And really, Tristan, as we look back at that touchdown, the defensive back for Shanley, not in terrible position, went up for the ball, try and knock it away, but just placed perfectly. A nice dime by Caden Olsen right over the top. Irie hauls it in and goes the rest of the way himself.
That's a great kick from Gullick's there as that reaches the receiver. And he'll be collision course there.
Good contact. So great start for Cheyenne. You get that hold after the Shanley drive, stone them inside the red zone, and then come up with big on the second play from scrimmage with a touchdown. Now here we have an opportunity for Cheyenne to maybe get another stop here and add to that lead.
Carson Strand and Zach Benzie just stopping him dead in his tracks there, not letting him get too much, as we'll see a pump fake there. Long pass downfield, and that's caught as he gets to about the 47.
Mattern gave him that little pump fake, showed that shoulder. Really, not so much that Cheyenne defender bit on it, but just good patience by Mattern, waiting for that post to develop and finding that underneath receiver.
Brady Donabauer on that catch. As
that swing pass.
That swing gets about one.
Handled well as a group of Mustangs bring down Mitchell there. Tate Herman coming off with a little equipment malfunction.
Herman off, Cooper Bryan on. As I believe Herman's just sticking to defense as of right now tonight, as he is stopped.
Great job, great closing speed on that one. I think that was Jamison Allen that just closed before the receiver had a chance really to make any kind of move at all.
So 3rd and 9. Mattern takes shotgun passes.
Oh, great pass.
Caught.
Nice catch on the sideline.
They'll say he was in.
That was Zabel that hauled that one in. With a Mustang in good position, just unable to get a hand on it. And again, Shanley going no huddle, going with pace, keeping the heat on.
That pace might be the stuff that wins them their games, I believe.
Well, it does. It puts so much pressure on you as a defense. You don't even have a chance to really communicate or talk about what's taking place. And you have to be lined up and ready because you do not know when Shanley is going to snap the ball.
Shanley's only win is against South, but it only takes the one time to connect as he's stopped right there.
Mitchell right there. Irie comes up.
I believe that's Brayden Olson on the stop, actually.
It was Olson. But that's going to bring Shanley to 3rd and short. And you would expect it's 4-down territory anyway. And once
a quick
again,
jump by Gable.
Yeah.
That's his second. Didn't catch the first one. They caught this one.
And now, 3 first downs for Shanley, all via Cheyenne penalties.
Once again, something Newton probably isn't too happy about.
Those are just such backbreakers when the defense works hard against an offensive unit that makes you have to do all these things.
Especially when you're this close to the red zone, as that one is way up there, and he's in.
That was Zabel again, I think. So, just like that.
So
Shanley gets into the end zone and a chance to tie it up here.
7-6. First quarter, 4:46 left to go, or 4:48, excuse me. As kick is up, it's a short one and no good. As I believe that one was a little ways left, kind of hard to tell from our angle. But Mustangs 7, Shanley 6, 4:48 left to go. As we'll take a short break and be right back. Don't go anywhere, folks.
A few years ago, my hip was getting to the point where it was affecting my life.
So then when I met you in the office, you listened to what I had to say.
My goal is to teach patients about their diagnosis, explain the treatment options so that they can make the decision that is best for them. Because we don't just treat what an x-ray tells us.
Our goal is to get the best possible outcome for the patient. It's just a great feeling to know that you help that patient get back to doing the things they want to do.
And now I have a new hip that feels fantastic.
Welcome back, folks, as Shanley scores a touchdown, misses the PAT, so we are at 7-6 now.
Mustang fans, Essentia Health is proud to be the premier sponsor of Mustang Media and partner with Cheyenne High School to make a healthy difference in the lives of the students and families we are privileged to serve. Essentia Health, like nowhere else.
So great kickoff there from Shanley as he gets through, and he gets to about the 40. I believe that, not quite sure who that was.
That was a good job of blocking.
Number
And that
29,
was Landon
Landon
Zink. Just found that seam and hit the gas. Got through there, got about 15 extra yards. Couple Deacons waiting for him, but great field position to start this drive for the Mustangs.
So we'll see the Mustang offense for the second time here tonight as Olsen takes shotgun as Schlichting next to him as he hands off to Kai Schlichting for a gain of 5. Had Jameson Allen in motion there. Perhaps one of those RPO plays.
I think we're starting to see Coach Newton blend a little bit of the of a new style and old style of offenses here. We saw it a little bit against Century last week.
Olsen takes a snap. As that one gets to Irie. Irie gets through for a first down.
Good job
Gain of about 8.
Good job by Irie, just turning up field, getting north and south, hitting the gas. Enough to move the chains and get a new set of downs for the Mustangs and get them over half or midfield.
So Olsen will take his offense. To the line, handoff to Schlichting as he gains about 3. Gain of 2, excuse me.
Boy, Tristan, just look at those flags on the opposite side of the field from the press box, just hanging. There can't be more than a mile or two an hour of wind, which is not very common for North Dakota in September, but there is no breeze out here. It would be a great day for golf.
So I'm standing next to the coach of the year here for the girls golf team. Congratulations are in order.
Well, thank you, sir. The state tournament coming up Monday and Tuesday in Mandan, so we're going to go see what we can do there. As Olsen, a little pitch out to Schlichting. Good job. Good stick there.
Great stop there. That was number 39.
Youngmark there just really filled that gap. Skated down the line, saw the opening, and just went and laid the wood to Schlichting there.
Youngmark, one of those powerhouses on defense. We've said his name a few times now. As Olsen and shotgun, no one next to him.
5 receivers.
5 receivers as he'll run it himself, gain some yards. Maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah, it's not going to be enough. See what Coach Newton decides here. I used to think I knew the rules for when it was right for punting and not, but it seems like with analytics, all of those rules are null and void, and it looks like the Mustangs are going to go for this at 4th and 5, 4th and 6.
I'm not quite sure how far Gullix could kick.
Well, this would be out of Gullix's range, but, you know, a well-placed punt maybe puts the Deacons, pins them back at, you know, inside the 15. And give your defense a chance.
Olsen's got Schlichting next to him, shotgun formation. He drops back, and that's just a lob to Schlichting as he breaks 3. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Mustangs!
Good little swing route. Schlichting gave the look like he was going to be up there for some pass protection, slipped around the outside, and great touch by Caden Olsen as he puts it right on the mark. And Schlichting goes in for an easy score on 4th and 6.
Great play there, especially on 4th down. You know, you're feeling that pressure. 4th and 1 would say long. at 4th and 6 as Gullix comes on to kick. Zach kicks up, and that one's right down the middle. So 14-6 with 2 minutes 13. We'll take a short break, folks. Be right back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks. Off the Mustang touchdown, 14-6 is the score of this game. 2 minutes, 13 seconds left as we'll take a quick look around the league.
Well, here's an upset in the brewing, or in the making here, Tristan. Bismarck Legacy, they are receiving votes, but they're leading the number 3 ranked and the team that defeated Cheyenne last week, Bismarck Century Patriots, 28-6 as they get near halftime out in Bismarck. Bismarck High and Minot, 1 versus 3. No score in that one here at the end of the first period. Davies leads Williston 14-6 at Davies.
So some good matchups out there tonight as Gullix puts a pretty good kick on another one. That one was a good little check right there as Cooper Bryant gets him down.
And Maddox Weigel had a really good chance, but just kind of took an angle that was a little too flat and unable to bring down the returner. Probably could have saved the Mustangs about 5 or 7 yards on that return. But regardless, not great position for Shanley, but they'll start at their own 36.
So Mattern sends his running back in motion, sends it to him as he breaks free a little bit there. Gets a gain of about 20. He's shoved out of bounds there.
That little screen pass works really well. Those receivers for Shanley block one-on-one very well on that side.
You know, when we talked about Shanley's tempo too tonight, as Shanley is not a team of doing a huddle. Mattern likes to get his guys to the line right away, figure out play, and go. As he will look once again.
Just a variation of the play before.
That's Yeager.
Loss of 1 on the play.
Loss of 1.
Stop made by number 8, Tommy Levine.
Tommy Levine on the stop as Mattern hands this one off, gets a gain of maybe 1 or 2.
Gain of 2 on the play.
So it'll be 3rd down and 10, or 3rd down and 11, excuse me.
Good job of gang tackling there by the Mustangs.
So
here comes that same pass. Good job this time. Kate Petschak using his athleticism to run that receiver down.
Lincoln and Petschak just.
Young Mark really never had a chance, and boy, at the 44-yard line, Shanley going for it on 4th and long, 4th and 9.
Mattern figuring out a play still. He's got some time. He's got about 17 seconds left on the play clock.
And they're going to use their second timeout.
Deacons will take their second timeout. So the start we wanted here in West Fargo.
Well, it's certainly not shocking to see these two teams put up a lot of points and exciting plays. And just when you think a team has the other one stopped and really there's no chance, we just saw Cheyenne execute a great touchdown pass from Olsen to Schlichting on the 4th down attempt for them. Now Shanley with a 4th and 9. We'll see what Coach Mattern draws up here and see if Cheyenne has the answer.
2 very good touchdowns. One being a 97-yard from Olsen to Irie, and then the second one being a 46-yard from Olsen to Schlichting. As see shotgun formation from Mattern, and that's way too far behind him.
Yeah. I think they were hoping let the kind of a screenplay, but sniffed out well.
So that one about 6 inches behind him will be a turnover on downs and put the Mustangs at their own 44 for a 1st and 10. 14-6 here. So the Mustangs on their own 44 as they look to get something going here. As Olsen will take this one himself, gain of about 3.
Little flex look there.
So
I think he had Bryant in motion and just give Shanley a little bit extra to think about. Coach, I was going to say Coach Newton may be setting something up based on that look. As we're going to hit the end of the first quarter, I think, before Cheyenne gets another playoff. And it's certainly been exciting.
That's going to be the end of the first quarter. 14-6. Your score after the first. We'll be right back, folks. Don't go anywhere.
So shoulder pain is one of the most common things I see. When Linda came in, she complained of pain in both her shoulders.
You did all the work on the left one, and by the time I had the second one done, I could do anything I wanted to do.
Shoulder replacement, the whole point of that is really to get rid of the pain and get you back to doing normal things again.
You listened to what I wanted, and it worked out great.
We were a good team.
Yes, I think so.
So welcome back, folks, as we come back for the second quarter. Olsen on his own 44.
Oh.
As that one stopped in his tracks. And
well, Allen had it, and I think there was some question on whether some Deacons were going after it, thinking it had come out, but Allen comes up with it regardless, so pickup of 2 or 3 there, so that's going to leave Cheyenne 3rd and long at 3rd and 7.
Max Sorensen jumped on that with some authority on the Deacons side, thinking that Allen fumbled it. As Olsen will take shotgun. Fake handoff to Schlichting, gets to Allen as he gains about 3, 4.
Allen just kind of hanging out there. He was the safety man on that as Olsen had one look down the field, decides not to go for it, dumps it off to Allen, but Allen unable
so
to get a first down out of that.
Olsen just trying to get his team upfield perhaps, as it'll be 4th and 5 here.
From their own side of the 50, from Mustang territory, but they go for it anyway as Olsen slings it long.
That's caught.
Oh
no.
And it is an interception.
From our angle, it looked like that was caught by Irie, I believe.
I think it was Weigel.
Excuse me, Weigel.
Yeah, Maddox Weigel looked like he was the first one to get hands on it, but while in the air, it was a good job by Holcraft to wrestle it away from him, and ultimately it's decided that it is a turnover, the first of the game.
So we'll take another look at the Shanley offense for the first time in the second quarter, as Mattern just hopes to get upfield.
There
Pump
we
fake, and
go.
he's
Great
sacked.
job by Petchak.
Cade Petchak.
Sheds his blocker. And, you know, Mattern that was a pump fake. He was going to look back the other direction to his right and try and get something deep, but Petchak all over him at that point.
Tried to shake that first defensive man as Mattern gets between the line.
Well, that's Busick.
Or Busick, excuse me.
With a Wildcat look, Busick can throw the ball, and I wouldn't be shocked if Coach Mattern has something dialed up where he does look to pass, but Busick going to stay at quarterback here for this next play.
So, Busick in shotgun. Passes that one off to no one. Apparently intended for number 16, Brady Donenbauer, excuse me.
Wow.
As he wasn't even looking back at him.
So 4th and 4 from your own 29, and Shanley going to go for it, it looks like.
A lot of go-fors on these 4th downs, as we've seen. As Busick will continue, or no, that's not Busick anymore. As
I think there's a hold there. Some laundry on the field. I think that's going to be a hold on Shanley.
Mattern was back at QB, I believe. Or no, that was Busick.
Yeah, no, that was Busick. But that's going to be a hold. That'll back him up. This, I got to think, right? This is punting.
Oh, yeah.
Fourth and 13 from your own 18. It's got to be. But maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, so they got a penalty.
I don't.
And
No punt. Oh.
Yeah,
As
finally
we see a punt off.
Little pooch kick there. The quick punt.
Irie just lets that one drop.
Yep. That's fine. You're getting it at your own 45. Great field position for Cheyenne to start their next drive.
32 yards on the punt for Carson Busick.
Oh, there was a penalty on the play.
There's a flag on the play.
So Busick kicked as well there. As
Going to get Isaiah Lincoln on a hold on the
will take a
return.
hold.
So that will back the Mustangs up a little bit.
Busick kind of a man of everything
A
right
little
now.
Swiss Army knife, able to do a little bit of everything. You know, and that's that advantage of lining up like you're going for it. That means you have to commit more men to the line of scrimmage than Busick with that quick kick. And again, that puts that heat on your returns team.
From their 35.
So Olsing with Schlichting in back. 2 receivers right, 1 left. As that's a handoff to Schlichting as he gets nowhere there.
Loss of 3 on the play.
That was really well done. I think that was,
Landon Mitchell.
I had Liam Miller on that one for that stop for the Deacons. But regardless, nice job in the backfield. Bringing up a 2nd and 12 situation for the Mustangs.
Olsen, same formation. Shotgun snap. Olsen drops back.
Well, he's got.
Going right. Takes it himself. Gets room as.
Oh, boy.
That.
He's pushed out of bounds by number
Parents are upset about that one.
Well, he was at the boundary.
Yeah.
I think that one certainly could have been called.
Yeah.
Nothing comes out of it. No personal foul on that for a late shot or a late hit out of bounds. So no personal foul. So 3rd and 2. Lost in all that was Olsen able to pick up 10 of the 12 needed. So 3rd and short. Opportunity for the Mustangs.
So 3rd and 2, Olsen, one receiver right, 2 left. Schlichting in back with him as Olsen keeps it, and he will get a first down. Gain of 5.
Nice little job, nice read option. Got the Deacons to commit on that handoff fake to Schlichting, and then just tucks it down, gets north and south, and picks up what he needs for the first down.
So they'll be on their 47-yard line. So Schlichting with Olsen in back. 2 right, 1 left. As that's a deep pass. And he's off to the races. That's Cooper Bryant as he gets in for the touchdown.
Nice play design. A little seam route from Cooper Bryant was all alone in the middle of the field. All Olsen had to do was put it somewhere near him, and Bryant pulls it in and extends the Mustang lead to 20-6, pending the outcome of this extra point opportunity.
So 52-yard touchdown puts the Mustangs up 26 now as we await the extra point. Gulick's back to kick. He will put this one up. That one's right down the middle. Mustangs up 21-6. We'll take a short break and be right back. Don't go anywhere, folks. It's a good one. Welcome back, folks, as the Mustangs go up 21-6 after the 52-yard touchdown off of Cooper Bryant. As we await the kick from Gulick's here midway through the second quarter. As
Zabel's going to bring that one back.
Zabel gets through as takes multiple to bring him back down.
Good return by Zabel. Good job creating a lane for him, and then him just finding that hole, keeping those legs churning.
As it'll be 1st and 10 for the Deacons from about the 40. So Mattern will pass this one over as
quick pass out to Holcraft, but really not much going on there. No gain. Well read by the Mustangs.
As this one will be passed off, intended for Zabel.
Mattern waited for him to clear the underneath defender, but just too much traffic in there. Dangerous pass from Mattern, gets away with it, but brings up 3rd and 10.
As Mattern gets through.
Mattern on the scramble.
Gets a gain of 9. Gain of 8.
Tackle made by number 5, Zach Benzie. 4th down and 2.
As it'll be 4th and 2 for the Deacons. Going for it. as that one is pitched over, and he'll get a first down.
Busick, little pitch to Mitchell. Again, anytime, good job by Cooper Bryan, did his job crashing on the quarterback. But Busick gets rid of it ahead of time, and Busick's going to stay at quarterback for the time being.
1st and 10 from the Mustang 47 as Busick will find, I believe, Zabel.
Yeah, Zabel gets 3.
So
Cooper Bryan on the stop for the Mustangs. Officials time out on the play.
Zabel's going to have to leave. That's going to bring Justin Ajeo on. Senior basketball player as well.
Busick,
good pass.
Finds his man. Completed by Holcraft.
Gain of 12 on the play results in the first down.
Gain of 12, 1st and 10.
Good job, good. I was going to say good patience there by Busick, waiting for the receiver to get past Lochner. And we got another pickup. So Shanley not doing it through bunches, but just kind of methodically. And these short pass plays work essentially the same as a run play.
Busick finding Ajeo really well on that last play. As it'll be 1st and 10 as he finds his man.
That's
thought he might have
again.
dropped that first. I thought Ajeo might have dropped that for a second, but
Lincoln bit on that pump. Good job by Landon Zink covering that up. But Lincoln, instead of playing the man, read the quarterback and bit on that fake. There's a good job.
Young Mark on the completion as Tommy Levine stopped him.
Second down, 11.
As finds his man once again.
Nothing fancy with that, just a slant. About 5 yards, 7 yards, and that slant in, or a skinny post. Regardless, they've worked their way down as Busick's going to tuck this one and run.
As he stopped dead in his tracks there by the defensive line. That's a loss of 3.
I think that might have been Petchak. Oh, Brendan Gable. Nice job slipping that tackle.
4th and 6 for the Deacons as
they're going to burn their last time out of the half. With 4:40 left, Coach Mattern sensing this is a pretty important opportunity. If they don't get points here, whether Cheyenne gets points or not, Cheyenne's going to get the second half kickoff. And Cheyenne would love to get a little 2-for-1 opportunity here, get a stop, maybe find a way to get a quick score, get some points before halftime, and then possess the ball in the second half, get some more points there, and really put this game out of reach. So probably a pretty good call by Coach Mattern here, trying to decide what he wanted to do. We'll see if Busick is the one who comes back at quarterback again, or if it'll be Mattern this time.
So
looks like it's still Busick. So Busick does present that running threat.
4th and 6 for the Deacons. Busick sends his man in motion, pass to no one. As a Shanley coach on the far end wanted a flag.
I saw that. Little contact, but I think it was within the 5 yards. Ref seeing nothing flagrant on that. It's going to be a turnover on downs to the Mustangs. So with 4:35 and 3 timeouts, this is a chance for Cheyenne to move the ball up the field, maybe get a chance at putting a few points on the board before halftime.
So 1st and 10 here from about the 6. And like you said, all 3 timeouts, plenty of time here. As I believe that's Schlichting on the run.
Give Cheyenne a little breathing room there. Out to about the 9 or 10 yard line.
As Youngmark on the stop.
And 7.
Once again, Olsen just trying to kind of chip away at this. Maybe take some time off.
Oh, he's got a guy long.
As
good job just getting it away, getting rid of it and throwing it away. Thought for a second there that he had a little chance at Jamison Allen, but on the run, Olsen elects not to release it, holds on to it, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and 6.
And
Cheyenne's used virtually no time here. Still 3:43, a lot of time left if they are unable to convert. That could give Shanley some time, although Shanley out of timeouts here for the rest of the half.
One thing, though, is you don't want to get caught with 4th and long here, so huge play for Olsen as he passes that one complete, and he gains a few yards on that. Not quite sure who that's to.
I think that was Irie. He's going to get 3 or 4, but or Allen on that one, not Irie.
So 21-6 with 3:20 left to go here in the 2nd quarter. Balls.
I was going to say 4th and long 3 or a short 4 here. We'll see what Cheyenne elects to do. Clock is running as we're coming down on 3 to go.
Ball on the 13, 4th
Wow.
and 3 as I believe they're going for this as I don't see
if it's
Gullicks.
let's see if it's an attempt to just draw the
There's a flag.
That's a false start.
Delay a game.
Well, now that seals the deal as the punt team comes on for the Mustangs.
You know, and that's one thing Shanley probably doesn't have to worry about too often is those delay game penalties, especially with their
with that
quick
no huddle, that
no huddle
is not going to be an issue. As McFarland does not get a great punt away.
Really high punt.
And
as that one's touched. And then picked up at the 35. So we'll see the Deacons offense for possibly the last time, more than likely the last time here in the 2nd quarter. The Deacons will have a 1st and 10 on the 26. I believe Mattern's back at Q as he finds Jaeger, or Landon Mitchell, excuse me.
Good job by Weigel and Levine to team up out there. Clock continues to run it. Coming up on 2:10 to go here in the first half. Shanley out of timeouts.
Mitchell in motion, Mattern finding him once again as he stopped dead in his tracks there by Isaiah Lincoln, I believe. Or nope, that was Zach Benzie.
Yeah, and Gable.
And Gable, 2 juniors.
3rd down 10.
Mattern drops back. Deep pass. Way too far. Misses him about maybe a yard or two.
So 4th and 10. Cheyenne, maybe an opportunity to possess again if the defense can come up with a stop here on 4th and 10. Mattern drops back, well read.
So that one was.
Well, that worked out for Cheyenne. So a couple things on that play. Great job. Great job sniffing out that screen pass. And then Mattern goes off script.
Flag on
I think
play.
Shanley's going to pick up a. So they're saying an illegal forward pass. Must have been past the line of scrimmage there for Mattern. Regardless, Cheyenne declines, gets the ball, 1:30 and 3 touchdowns, or 3 timeouts here to go.
Having 3 touchdowns, though, off of Schlichting, Bryant, and Irie.
Very good first half for Cheyenne, although I know Coach Newton would love to sneak something on here. Tack one more score on before going into halftime.
As
got 5 receivers, no one in the backfield with Olson.
Olson drops back. He's got a little bit of time.
And he
that
throws
one just
that
throws
one away. Yeah, he was under pressure.
Thrown away. As ball is on their own 25. 2nd and 10. Mustangs up 21-6 here with 1:23 left to go in the half. As Wilson has Schlichting in back with him now.
We got man coverage.
2 right, 1 left as he gets to about.
Ref gets taken out there. Olson holds on to it, but
gain of 1, they'll say.
Still about 3rd and 10, I think.
We have a official timeout.
Just clarifying, they're going to reset the clock to 1:08. Add 5 seconds on. The 3rd and 9 upcoming, 3rd and long 9 for the Mustangs.
As Olson has Schlichting in back, 2 right, 1 left. Hand off to Schlichting as Schlichting breaks free.
Good draw play, enough to move the chains.
Gets a gain of about 10. Gain of 13, excuse me.
Well blocked up front by the Mustangs, creating that running lane for Schlichting. And he gets downhill in a hurry.
3 right, 2 left. No one in the backfield with Olson as he throws that one, and that's complete to, I believe, Irie.
Olson's pass complete to Jamison Allen.
Or Jamo. Excuse me. Jamison Allen.
2nd down, 3.
As it is 2nd and 3 now with 45 seconds left to go. All 3 timeouts. Mustangs up 21-6. Ball on their own 37. Olson just got to keep trying to go upfield here as no one's in back with him once again. 2 left, 3 right. So Olsen drops back. Hard pass, and that one was a little low there.
Yeah,
intended
he dropped
for
down sidearm, I think. Saw those linemen in front of him worried about someone getting a hand up, so he dropped sidearm, and then that's just delivered a little low and behind the receiver by Olsen. Still third and manageable. 41 seconds and 3 timeouts. Still a lot of options for the Mustangs here.
Olsen 2 left, 3 right. Once again, Olsen will take it himself. Gets a gain of about 2, maybe 1.
That's not going to be enough, so 4th down. Clock continues to run. I think maybe Coach Newton going to be content just to
I think a Shanley player.
Well, they don't even have to take a snap here, as the game clock or the play clock's at 20 and only 13 on the game clock. So certainly they don't have to take the snap, and I don't know if you're going to want to. If they'll just kind of, they do take it on 4th down.
Take it as time expires. And that's complete to Jamison Allen as he gains some yards. Gets to about the 15.
Well, I guess I don't understand. Either you snap it and you run that play and you have a timeout waiting for you, or you don't snap the ball at all. It's one or the other, I think, for me. But regardless, Cheyenne, great first half, up 21-6. Get the opening kick in the second half. So I don't know. I think Cheyenne has a lot to be positive about going into halftime.
So with that, the Mustangs up 21-6 after the first half. We'll take a short break and be right back. Don't go anywhere, folks. It's a good one.
If you're thinking about growing your family someday, we'd like to remind you of one simple thing. Babies bring us joy. With an unwavering commitment to delivering the highest quality care, Essentia Health is ready when your someday arrives. Essentia Health, caring for you and your future.
I didn't know that I'd play football. I didn't know I'd go pro. I didn't even know if I'd get game time or score a touchdown. But there's one thing I always knew. That I'd never give up.
So shoulder pain is one of the most common things I see. When Linda came in, she complained of pain in both her shoulders.
You did all the work on the left one, and by the time I had the second one done, I could do anything I wanted to do.
Shoulder replacement, the whole point of that is really to get rid of the pain and get you back to doing normal things again.
You listened to what I wanted, and it worked out great.
We were a good team.
Yes, I think so.
One thing that I've always enjoyed about being a physician is just the patient and physician relationship.
Part of why I trusted him is because I felt more than just a patient.
We figured out the best situation for my injury, and we chose the one that would best fit me.
I'm a huge sports fan, have been my whole life and still am today. I have a strong desire to help people maintain their activity levels and to get back to doing the things that they are passionate about.
A few years ago, my hip was getting to the point where it was affecting my life.
So then when I met you in the office, you listened to what I had to say.
My goal is to teach patients about their diagnosis, explain the treatment options so that they can make the decision that is best for them, because we don't just treat what an x-ray tells us.
Our goal is to get the best possible outcome for the patient. It's just a great feeling to know that you help that patient get back to doing the things they want to do.
And now I have a new hip that feels fantastic.
What would you do with a second chance? At Essentia Health, we understand the significance of second chances. Our heart specialists see them every day. That's why regular checkups and heart screenings are vital, even if you feel fine, and especially when you have a family history. Essentia Health is the right place for early detection, advanced treatments, comprehensive cardiac rehab, for second chances. At Essentia Health, we work hard to keep your heart strong for what's next.
Our health. It's what keeps us doing what we love. It keeps our communities strong. So, how are you doing? There's no easier way to take care of yourself than checking in with us, your primary care team at Essentia Health. In person or online, we offer scheduling and appointment options that fit your life. We'll care for you today and keep an eye on things for the future, and if needed, get you back on track. So take some time to connect with us, because it's always good to check in.
If you're thinking about growing your family someday, we'd like to remind you of one simple thing. Babies bring us joy. With an unwavering commitment to delivering the highest quality care, Essentia Health is ready when your someday arrives. Essentia Health, caring for you and your future.
I didn't know that I'd play football. I didn't know I'd go pro. I didn't even know if I'd get game time or score a touchdown. But there's one thing I always knew. That I'd never give up.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for half number 2 in this football match. The Mustangs lead the Deacons 21-6. I'm Tristan Maroc up here in the booth. Alongside me is no Dan Wolf. Dan Wolf has appeared to have gone missing. We can't find the missing wolf. As we will do our best to find him and get him back here. But for right now, we are about set for half number 2 action in this third quarter. Taking a look at the North Dakota 3A football poll from this past week, the coaches poll. Bismarck High is on top, followed by Fargo Davies, Bismarck Century, Minot, and West Fargo Cheyenne. Bismarck has ranked number 1 for 2 weeks in a row in the poll now, and Davies is also holding the number 2 spot for 2 weeks in a row now. So with that, we'll take a quick look around the league, who from the missing wolf, who has just shown up.
I'm glad it's good to be missed, Tristan. It warms my heart that you were concerned about me. Bismarck Legacy up 35-13 on Bismarck Century. That's the number 3 Bismarck Century Patriots with 4 minutes left in the third. Number 1 versus number 3, Bismarck and Minot, 7-all at halftime. West Fargo all over Fargo North, 30-0 at halftime, and Davies all over Williston, 35-6 at halftime as well. Remember, Mustang fans, we want to thank Essentia Health for being the proud sponsor of our Cheyenne High School's Mustang Media Team and this broadcast. Essentia Health, care close to home.
We got some great signs out in the student section tonight there, Wolf, as We have some pretty dirty signs out there. For example, the one you're seeing on your screen right now. Probably prefer not to be said. But we are still waiting on the we are waiting for a minute 30 to get the second half underway. I'm eager because this has turned out to be a pretty good matchup.
It really has been, and I just want to take the time to say, Tristan, I really admire you wearing the construction gear up here in the booth, you know, where no one can see you, but that you are a true Mustang sponsor through and through, that you're willing to wear the construction gear. None of us really have noticed, but I just wanted to make sure that you knew I had noticed and wanted to congratulate you on that.
Keep in mind, I'm wearing a golf polo right now that Wolf was so kind to order us 2 years ago.
You don't.
So
yeah, it's the orange vest and the yellow, and it looks good.
So with that, we are about set for second half action, as the Mustangs will receive the ball to start. 35 seconds left to go here in the timeout break. It'll be Schlichting along with number 2. I thought that was Gullix for a second, but it appears to be Wilkie, I think.
Yeah.
To his left, and then number 4, Cash Gilseth, to his right.
Well, and this is going to be, I think, a pretty important possession for the Mustangs. It's not absolutely central to come back or to come down with some points, but I think you want to possess the ball for some time then if you're not going to get any points. And that's not how this game has gone with these two offenses. You know, they go for a lot of things, and there's a lot of passing, a lot of incomplete passes that stops the clock. So Cheyenne's going to want to try and get them some points off of this, and if not.
So that one's a little pooch kick there. Tipped out of bounds.
They're going to call that out of bounds. It was hard to tell from our angle if a Mustang got a hand on it. Apparently not. So that's going to certainly help out the Mustangs here as that's kicked out of bounds.
So ball's going to be placed at the 35 off the out of bounds kick. (21-6) lead here for the Mustangs. The Mustangs kind of ending the last half. What some may consider a little awkward. They had all 3 timeouts. I believe ball was on the 40-something yard line, and elected not to just take a knee, take a timeout and whatnot. But Olsen keeps this one.
That one sniffed out pretty well by the Deacons on defense there. Didn't bite on the handoff fake to Schlichting, and then had all sorts of guys out there. He had Jamison Allen in with pitch relationship, but smartly, Olsen just hangs on to that, takes the loss, and see what they can come up with on 2nd and 13.
Really good fake there by Olsen, as he will start off with Schlichting to his left. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Fakes the handoff to Schlichting, collects with Allen as Allen gets dragged down there.
Great
good coverage.
That's Landon Mitchell for the Deacons. Great open field tackle. You know, that would have been a good 8-10 yard gain by Jamison Allen on that had Mitchell not been able to pull him down. So now it's a 3rd and 15 situation for the Mustangs. They're going the wrong direction here. They have -5 yards so far in the second half.
Need to get to the 45. Olsen all alone. That one's going left.
Right up the seam.
As he gets up to the 40.
I think that was Schlichting. No, Irie.
Irie to the opposite 40.
Good seam route. Caden Olsen lets him get past that first level, past the linebackers, and then just slings it in there in between the levels of defense in that zone. And Irie does the rest, adds some yak on that, some yards after catch. And the Mustangs are in business at the Deacon 40.
Olsen shotgun, Schlichting to his right, hands off. Gets 5 yards of carry. Second and 5, excuse me. As there is 9:55 left to go here in this third quarter.
So we should have about 2nd and 6 here upcoming for the Mustangs.
From the Deacon 36.
From the Deacon 36.
Rough start to the drive for the Mustangs, but a couple of positive plays here have gotten them in.
Schlichting on the, that one's passed up, just a little low again.
Not sure exactly what was supposed to happen on that. Receiver kind of sat down on the route like he was just supposed to find that soft area in front of the D-back, and Olsen led him like he was supposed to be running a slant pattern. So little miscommunication there between quarterback and receiver. I'm not sure who was in the right, who was in the wrong, but the incompletion is going to bring up 3rd and 6 for the Mustangs.
Olsen's kind of 10 missed tonight, is a little low as this is handed off to Schlichting. Stopped dead in his tracks there by number 56, Holden Deutsch.
And he's going to put that one on the ground. Seth Holder had a chance to cover that up, unable to reel it in, and so that's the 2nd turnover tonight for the Mustangs. Winning that turnover battle, always very important to having a opportunity to win. Hasn't really bit the Mustangs yet tonight, but we'll see what Shanley does with this possession, as Mattern's going to lead the Deacons offense out for the first time here in the second half.
As this one is deep. Intercepted by the Mustangs.
He's got a convoy.
That's Allen. Allen keeps up, and he's down
all
to
the way
the
inside the 10.
Jamison Allen.
About at the 8-yard line, I think. We had talked about that play, that little swing pass that had given Cheyenne some problems at times. They had done well, but that had all been set up for that moment for Shanley to get their deep shot. They knew they would get that one-on-one look, and with that man coverage, Allen in absolutely perfect position, the ball underthrown a little bit, and he makes the Deacons pay. So quick turnaround.
Jamison Allen with the 62-yard
and there's
interception.
Herman for the first time tonight on offense, taking a carry. He runs it down inside the 2.
Gain of 4 on the play. 2nd down and goal to go from the 2.
So 2nd and goal from the 2. Maybe a little Philadelphia brotherly shove. As Olsen's got
same
Braden
play
Olsen
to Herman.
behind him as
there's
Herman
a wall
stopped.
of Deacons that's going to keep Herman out of the end zone. Maybe got one on that. Youngmark, good job just sticking there, getting the head down. Perfect tackling position for young football players out there. Got his head across the chest, wrapped up, did not give any ground. So 3rd and goal.
Olsen's hands off.
And that's going to be down to the 1.
To the 1.
So this,
believe that was
going back to
Schlichting.
the flex offense here. Schlichting getting that handoff.
By number 75.
So kind of the same play.
Yeah.
Going around as their 4th
He
and
had
1.
a lead blocker that I think missed his assignment going in there, going upfield. He had a man on the line of scrimmage that he was responsible for, and I think if he makes that block, it's a touchdown.
Olsen hands
Once
off
again
to
to Herman, and they
as he's
stop him
stopped.
again.
He's lost a 2.
Again, a missed block.
Olsen just had about 6 Deacons on him right at the line.
Yeah.
My goodness.
1st and 10 for the Deacons from their own 2-yard line.
So from their own 2-yard line.
So 4 consecutive times, same play, unable to punch it in. It does back Shanley up deep here. And we got Busick in at quarterback. So always the running threat. And there he goes.
That last play kind of looked all too familiar from the Williston game on Cade Petchock's safety.
Yeah, and that gives Shanley some breathing room there, gets them out of the shadow of their end zone. Busick quickly back into position. And he's just going to take off and run that one as well.
There's flag on the play in the back.
Busick on the carry again. Got a flag on the play.
Penalty on number 55, Liam Miller from the Deacons. So just cut that in half, basically.
Yeah, go in.
He can stand next to Ruth and move. Yeah.
So see if Busick takes us on a draw again. He's going to look to pass.
That one's way too far out ahead of him.
Just overthrew his receiver there. He's looking for Mitchell. Just led him too far. So 3rd down. Hard to believe that Shanley would go for this if they can't get the 1st down on this particular play.
As Busick's in shotgun. Pass short. And he's not going to get there. Gains a couple yards.
Well, when we saw the last time that Shanley punted, it was out of the the normal offensive set, and that quick kick from Busick, I believe it was. So might be something similar. He's got Youngmark back there with him.
Busick, kind of what we talked about earlier, that Swiss Army knife, as they want
Shanley looking like maybe they're
as
all right.
Busick's got to watch the clock as he's got 3 seconds.
And there
gets
the
it off.
Kick. Good punt.
No one's back there.
Well, because you have to respect that they might be running something offensively. And so you don't get to set a chance to set up your return team. You have to play it honestly. And Irie came up to make sure that nothing was happening offensively, and so no one's back there. Still very good field position for Cheyenne to start this possession. We'll see. Even though there's been 2 turnovers and no scoring, I guess Cheyenne has kind of accomplished what I had mentioned at the outset of the 3rd quarter. No points, but they've used a lot of time. There's, over half the quarter is gone here, and Cheyenne is still possessing the ball. A chance to run down even more when you're up the 2 scores. That's very important.
So Olsen will have the ball on the 43, Schlichting to his left as he hands off, and he's stopped dead in his tracks.
That one,
once again, maybe
that looked a little shaky there. Olsen stuck it in Schlichting's breadbasket there, and almost looked like Olsen was trying to pull that one back out. Just saw an option over on the left side, but Schlichting took it away from him. So that's going to be a 2nd and about 13 upcoming.
Kind of just a corral on the left side of the line after that one. As Olsen will have no one in the backfield with them. 3 left, 2 right. As Bryant will collect this one.
What's unfortunate with that was delivered so low, Bryant had to go down for it and basically hit the ground right after that. That stops the play where he falls. I think had Olsen delivered it a little higher, Bryant might have had a chance to stretch that out for a 1st down. As it is, it's going to bring up a 3rd and 7 here. only about 10 left on the play clock time, but Cheyenne needs to make sure they get this play off.
Trips left to right once again.
And there
as this one almost gets to Schlichting.
That one was on Schlichting. That was a good pass. That was right where it needed to be. Again, that post route right through the seam.
Good pump.
And that one's on Schlichting. He should have had that, and he knows it. That happens at times. So with 4th down upcoming, offense still on the field at 4th and 7.
So Olsen
down to 5 on the play clock.
Schlichting on his left. Drops back. Deep pass. Caught!
Wow. Great catch by Sully Irie. He had 3 receivers all in the same area on that. I don't know that that's what the design was, but really Allen and Irie were in this running identical post routes on opposite sides of the center and end up almost colliding out there. That was a really good job by Irie pulling that down on 4th down and keeping this drive going, but 2 receivers in the same area.
Schlichting in back. This will be a run. Schlichting gets through.
Good job picking his way through the traffic.
Gets a gain of about 9.
Gain of 9 on the play.
So another red zone opportunity for Cheyenne here. Last time Shanley up to the task, stopping Cheyenne on 4 consecutive runs, really the same play. We'll see if Cheyenne approaches it a little differently on this possession.
Olsen Schlichting to his left, 1 receiver left. As that one is caught by number 12, or number 13, excuse me, Sullivan Irie.
Good job. A lot of zip on that one, which it has to be on that out. And a good job throwing it on that outside shoulder. Really, Irie's the only one who had a chance to come down with that. And the important thing, that's a new set of downs, so 1st and goal from the 3. Again, this is where Shanley came up with a huge stop defensively last time Cheyenne possessed the ball. So we'll see if Shanley can hold them out one more time. That would really help them.
Braden Olsen. Hand it off.
That time it's going to go.
He's in.
I think it was Jamison Allen coming through
Allen.
there. But similar play to what we had seen the last time, and Coach Newton goes back to it. This time it pays off. And Cheyenne extends the lead with 2:22 left here in the first half, or third quarter, sorry.
So Gullick's on to kick.
Michael Gullick's on to try the point after touchdown kick.
2:22 left to go here in this third quarter as Gullick's kick is up, and it is good. So Michael Gullick's will expand the lead 28-6. We'll be right back after a short break. Don't go anywhere, folks.
About growing your family someday, we'd like to remind you of one simple thing. Babies bring us joy. With an unwavering commitment to delivering the highest quality care, Essentia Health is ready when your someday arrives. Essentia Health, caring for you and your future.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as coming off the Mustang touchdown, give them a lead of 28-6. Just informed that the 50-50 pot is a very high pot tonight.
Justin Ajao. And number 33, Chad Pollock.
So Tristan, 2 really important things. Even though it didn't happen on an opening drive, Cheyenne does come away with points, with Shanley getting none so far here in the third quarter, but more importantly, about 10 minutes of the quarter have been burned up here. So you're up by 4 scores.
Tomahawk that's
or
dropped.
3 scores for sure. And only 2 minutes here and change left in the third quarter. So this, Shanley's not going to get a ton more opportunities to possess the ball in all likelihood. So they're going to have to probably come away with some kind of points on this possession.
Mattern finds his man. Gain of about nothing, maybe a loss of 1.
Veterans pass complete to number 9, Landon Mitchell. Loss of 1 on the play.
Again, looking around the state at some scores here. We'll update those for you in just a second if Shanley takes
Mattern
their
finds
time.
his man.
Yep. Looks like Legacy is going to beat Century. They're up 35-13 with just 5 minutes left in the game. In Minot leads Bismarck 14-7. That's number 3 Minot ahead of Bismarck, who's number 1. The Packers all over Fargo North 38-0.
Got an injury on the play.
And then Davies 48-6 with 5 minutes left in the third over Williston.
Number 29, Landon Zink. Timeout on the field for injury.
So we'll take an injury timeout, take a short break, and be right back, folks.
I didn't know that I'd play football. I didn't know I'd go pro. I didn't even know if I'd get game time or score a touchdown. But there's one thing I always knew. That I'd never give up.
So, welcome back, folks, as we come back from the injury timeout. That was Brendan Gable really hobbling on that right leg as...
he's walking a little better. He's upset, but... They'll take a look at him on the sideline and see if, when you're up 28-6, maybe not essential that he get back on the field tonight, but certainly hoping that it's nothing serious for Gable. 1st and 10 now for the Deacons.
My guess is it could be a bad cramp. It is pretty hot out here.
Good job there.
That's tipped.
Oh, wow, that was a missed opportunity there.
Just barely.
Great job. I think that was maybe Petchuk. Or Cooper Bryant got his hands in the air, and that was right in the breadbasket and unable to reel it in for the Mustangs.
This one's a handoff. Gets a gain of about 1, maybe 2.
That should bring up 3rd and 9.
Minute 10.
Vander Mowry on the stop. 3rd down and 9.
Ball on the 35, 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap. And that's tipped at the line of scrimmage right in Tate Herman's hands.
Knocked down at the line of scrimmage by number 6, Tate Herman.
But good job. That's one thing. That's good coaching, getting those defensive linemen to just get those hands up in those passing lanes. Not just you're going to tip everyone or get an interception, but it makes it difficult for quarterbacks to see their passing lanes. As Mattern is way too deep on that one. That was uncatchable, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. And Cheyenne's going to get the ball back at the Shanley about 38.
And Matter not exactly a short guy. He's 6'1",
Yeah.
190. So,
But just, you know, those
The
hands in those
angles.
passing lanes, yeah,
Yep.
it makes them have to release it half a second sooner than they want or hold it half a second longer than they would prefer to, and that throws off timing. Football was all in the passing game very much about timing, and if that's disrupted at all, that makes it really difficult to be successful for a quarterback and receiver.
so this one's a handoff to Schlichting as he breaks free and gets a gain of about 13.
Draw play for Schlichting there.
He's stopped by number 28 for the Deacons, Gabe Danderen.
Wow.
The result,
Great hole.
is another Mustang.
And a gain of about 14 there on that one. As we're down to under 30 here to play in the third quarter. As this really, Shanley's running out of opportunities here. They have to come up with a stop here.
Clock's running, 16 seconds. 7 seconds on the shot. Shotgun snap, handoff to Schlichting.
Same
Schlichting
play.
breaks free. Gets a gain of about 8.
Schlichting getting downhill and just now starting to deliver some blows as those Shanley those Shanley linebackers and D-backs, those safeties are getting tired. And so that gets us to the end of the third with the Mustangs up 28-6 and knocking on the door again inside the red zone of the Deacons. So we're going to step away real quickly. We'll be back for the fourth quarter. Make sure you stick around.
One thing that I've always enjoyed about being a physician is just the patient and physician relationship.
Part of why I trusted him was because I felt more than just a patient.
We figured out the best situation for my injury, and we chose the one that would best fit me.
I'm a huge sports fan, have been my whole life and still am today. I have a strong desire to help people maintain their activity levels and to get back to doing the things that they are passionate about.
So shoulder pain is one of the most common things I see. When Linda came in, she complained of pain in both her shoulders.
You did all the work on the left one, and by the time I had the second one done, I could do anything I wanted to do.
Shoulder replacement, the whole point of that is really to get rid of the pain and get you back to doing normal things again.
You listened to what I wanted, and it worked out great.
We were a good team.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I think so.
Welcome back, folks, as the raffle winner was just announced. According to Bodell, she won in Bismarck, too, so that is a lucky woman down there. As Mustangs will have a first down
At the 12, so they can get a first down yet here without getting a touchdown.
So Olsen just attempting to maybe get some yards, stopped on both of the last red zone drives. As
There's
this
that
is a
draw
handoff
play
to Schlichting.
again. They're really
That's
gouging Shanley with that. That's 3 times on this drive that Schlichting has probably racked up about 35 yards on that.
Taking a couple stabs. $648, I believe, was the raffle tonight.
Second down and 3.
As it is now 2nd and 3 for the Mustangs. As
in the red zone, little flex look here.
Keaton Olsen will have Braden Olsen, young Bobby Boucher behind him, as that's a handoff, and he will be just short, I believe.
Close to the first down, but not going to be a touchdown.
Gain of about 1 on the play. Matt Sorensen on the stop.
So a gain of 1, they'll be
Third down and 1.
Well, it's third and one. I was going to say, I think that was more than 1 that they got there. But third down, again,
so
Cheyenne can get a first down without scoring.
So they'll have 3 yards left to go.
And again, you wonder, is this something being set up by Coach Newton with the flex offense every time.
Olsen hands off to Schlichting, and he's
there
in.
He is for a touchdown.
For the touchdown. Cheyenne pushes it up 34-6.
And, you know, Braden Olsen, that last series where Cheyenne was stopped by the Deacons, he missed a couple of blocks. That was the block right there that he made on this time that sprung Schlichting to the end zone. So great job by Braden Olsen picking up that man this time as a lead blocker. That's something that goes unsung a lot of times, but guys like Schlichting don't get their names called if you don't get guys like Braden Olsen, making that block.
Gullix with a good kick. Makes it 35-6.
We have a winner of our Split the Pot raffle drawing. Taking home 640.
So now Shanley was in dire straits before, and you know the hard part is for Shanley, you have to score. They're already running a pace offense, right? They're already going no huddle, and they haven't been able to score. It's really hard for them to turn up and go faster than they already do, but they're going to have to start getting some chunks of yardage here. They can't afford 3, 4, 5 yards at a crack for an entire series because that's just not going to cut it. Even if they come away with a touchdown and 2-point conversion down by 29 points, that's just not going to be enough. So they're going to have to try and start gouging Cheyenne for some big plays. But then as you do that, of course, Cheyenne D-line's going to pin their ears back and go after quarterbacks, and the D-backs are going to be hunting for interceptions. So we'll see how this plays out here as Gullix little pooch to the left.
Ooh.
There was a collision.
Ooh.
Cooper Bryant lays the wood to the returner.
Coop is getting,
20 yards. He is tackled by number 12.
and there's an injury after that collision.
I think that was Young Mark, and that might be who's down. Oh, it's a cramp. You can see that.
Yeah.
And both legs, it looks like. You know, that's one thing we didn't talk about at the beginning, Tristan. I mean, it's the end of September, but it's unseasonably warm and really no breeze to speak of. And if you're not hydrating well for these players, you would expect cramping to be more of an issue in those late August games and not so much a late September game. But here we saw it a little bit as well for Young Mark.
He's up and jogging, so I don't think it was as bad a cramp as probably normal, but still probably not good. As
well, he's been a playmaker for them.
Mattern hands off, gets a gain of maybe 1.
Really good job of Braden Seville just coming down the line, crashing the line there. Again, good job.
Number 21, Jake Kraft. Pushed out of bounds by number 5, Zach Kenzie.
Again,
Third down and 8 for the Deacons.
Not enough yards and taking too much time here for the Deacons.
Play clock just started. Right.
And that might be behind.
That might be.
Oh, they determined that one's a forward pass. I don't know. We'll see from the replay here. This angle maybe. Yeah. Boy, it was, but not by much. It was about a 1-yard forward pass.
Like we talk about normally, most sports are a game of either angles or timing, if not both.
So 4th and 7 here for the Deacons.
Mattern rips one straight up Broadway, and it's no one there.
I think he was getting pressured and had to get rid of that before he wanted to. And again, that timing, he was looking for. Oh no, he had time. That was just low. As he was looking for Busick, and that just not a great pass from Mattern.
So that'll be a turnover on downs as the Mustangs are up 35-6 here in this fourth quarter. 9:05 left to go. Ball will be on the Deacons 42. Or excuse me, the Deacons 47.
No, you were right, 42.
Or 42.
We're going to see some guys get some playing time here that maybe don't normally.
That's a run by Enoch Arukatan, former neighbor of myself.
4 on the play. Tackle made by number 36, Henry Richard.
And this is one where, for Cheyenne, if you're going to throw it, you want to make sure it's a super high percentage pass, but you're probably going to keep this on the ground a lot and just chew up this clock. You want to, if you're Caden Olson, you want to take this play clock down to about 5 every time if you have that ability, and just really eat the clock up as we're under 8.5 here to go. And that's going to be a false start there. Somebody flinched on the line. Not sure who it was.
False start on number 11, Maddox Weigel of the Mustangs.
So it'll back them up 5. Bring up a 2nd and 15. All right, hold it now. A 2nd and 11 we're going to go with.
As Olson, Arukatan to his left, got a receiver left, and Sully Irie, I believe.
Oh,
Arukatan.
Good run by Enoch. Kept those legs churning, but
Tackle made by number 36, Henry Richard, number 38, Jacob Anderson.
Richard had him and just wouldn't let him go. But again, clock is the Mustangs' best friend right now and Shanley's greatest enemy. And Cheyenne just needs to be in no particular hurry to get any play off.
Also got to watch the shot clock, though.
Well, it was still 10 to go. I'm
Yep.
sure Olson is being told just run that down as far as you can. And again, just going to be handoffs and see if Shanley can stop them. And here's an opportunity. Arukatan goes ahead and moves the chains.
Arukatan, a shorter running back, 5'9", 170, as he is an agile person.
For the Deacons.
So
only a sophomore.
Olson has 2 receivers left, 1 right, as Arukatan gets it again. Another carry of about 5, maybe 6.
Good run. Just being patient, letting those holes open for him, letting those blockers set their man up, and just reading that and making his breaks off of that. Nicely done by Enoch.
So.
And we're down now. When this snap comes, we're going to be under 6 minutes to go. And Cheyenne just grinding yards. Shanley knows what's coming. They just haven't been able to do much about it, and they still have to be wary of Cheyenne taking a shot. But they're content right now to just hand that off as Shanley's getting tighter and tighter, playing more and more men in the box there, trying to take away that running option.
Hand off to Arukatan. Jagger Zur will come on now for Xander Mowry.
Going to be down or under 5 minutes by the time this play is run and is over. This is just smart, effective football here by the Mustangs.
So
another good job finding ways to churn out yards. This is going to be a 4th and 1. Good vision there. He sees it, pops it out. That play is supposed to go up the middle or to the left, and he sees that opening to the right. Cuts. And brings up a 4th and 1 opportunity.
So Olsen, 2 receivers left, 1 right. Rukatan handoff.
And I think finally Shanley may have gotten the stop. That one's going to look to be a little bit short, and that'll be a turnover on downs. But Cheyenne's going to leave Shanley only 4:23 and down 29 points. You know, that offense probably feels like maybe they weren't successful, but they did exactly what they needed to do on that possession. They ate the time. They did not turn it over. Rukatan got some good, tough yards, gave Schlichting a rest. Really good job, that possession by Cheyenne. That drive was good.
So, I believe that's Mattern making the pass.
That wide receiver screen again. Little bubble screen.
Pass complete to number 13, Justin Ajao. Gain of 9 on the play. 2nd and 1.
As Mattern takes a quick handoff.
If you're Cheyenne, you just play soft. Nothing gets behind you. Keep the ball in front of you at all times if you're in the backfield.
Carried by number 33, Chad Pollock.
Linebackers.
Deacon, first down.
So
defensive line, just wrap up.
Shanley really trying to get some yards quick here as they're really trying to turn this game with only 3:45 left.
Yeah, it's just
almost I'm not going to say it's not possible, but it's pretty close.
I don't know that it's possible at this point. Just with what the play calling is looking like for Shanley.
Nolan Mack on the carry for Deacon, first down. As Mattern rips that one out left. Intended for Pollock, falls incomplete.
2nd down and 10.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 here, from the 44. As Mattern sends his man in motion, takes it himself, gets a gain of about 3 or 4.
Gain of 4 on the play.
Not even near enough, as this will be a 3rd and 6. So
good job.
Good job there by the defense.
Number 13, Justin Ajao.
I believe that was Bryant on the stop.
Lucas McDaniel, Carson.
Little update, just looking down on the sideline. Brendan Gable standing, no ice or anything on the leg, so it looks like that's probably okay. Good job there
Chad Pollock on the carry
by Braden Seville, running him down.
by number 15, Carson Strand.
I thought that was Seville that had him, but
Cheyenne Mustangs take over.
and that was possession, and this one is now, I think, Tristan officially over. We'll see who gets the workload here. Let's see if Coach Newton sticks with Caden Olsen, or if he's going to let some of the underclassmen get some experience here against Shanley. Never a bad thing to give some guys some opportunities to shine.
I believe Visness is in the huddle. Visness is leading the huddle back out onto the field. So Olsen,
his night is done.
His night is retired, as Visness will have Arukatan to his left as he hands off. Arukatan breaks free.
Really good job by Enoch here tonight.
Gain of 9 on the play.
He's got some really good chunk plays with that. Nothing special about him, just trap plays inside. He's reading his blockers and then just making a break based on that.
So
new quarterback in the game for the Mustangs, number 30, Ethan Visness.
Visness maybe snapping the ball a little earlier than Caden Olsen was. Nothing wrong with that, but
And up to Arukatan once again, gets a gain of 5.
He's going to move the chains for the Mustangs, and now we're under 2 to go. So we'll look around here for one last update on some of the action around the state here in Class 3A. Final score in Bismarck. Bismarck Legacy, unranked, defeats number 3 Bismarck Century 42-13. Number 3 Minot leads Bismarck 21-14 with 3 minutes left to go in that one. West Fargo defeats the Spartans from Fargo North 38-0. And Davies all over Williston 62-13 with 4 minutes left to go in that one.
So a couple blowouts in there. The Legacy game especially, maybe not one you're expecting.
And that's, we talked about this in the broadcast last night for volleyball, Tristan. Football was kind of feeling like one of those years where I beat you, but you beat this team, and that team beat my team. And, to this point, Bismarck has kind of been that standout team, but Minot looks to be handling them. Of course, Cheyenne beat Minot, but Bismarck beat Cheyenne. It's just kind of a circular thing, and it's a good thing there's another, 3, 4, 5 weeks of the regular season to kind of sort this out and get some pairings. But the playoffs for this year in 3A football may be as wide open as they've been in several years unless one of these teams kind of exerts themselves. Davies is undefeated and 4-0, and if Bismarck were to fall tonight, probably would occupy that number 1 spot. And, of course, Davies will face Cheyenne here in the coming weeks. So it'll be an interesting finish as this one goes down to the end of the season.
That's our Thursday home game, and our next football broadcast is that Thursday, October 13th, the Mustangs versus the Davies Eagles, as that is your final score tonight, 35-6. So tables turned from last night, 2 different sports, 2 different outcomes.
Really nice job tonight by Cheyenne. They did turn the ball over a couple times, but they were also able to turn Shanley over. Defense came up big when they had to. Offense executed when they had to. And so hopefully this is what Cheyenne needed, right? A little home cooking after 2 weeks on the road in Bismarck to kind of figure some things out and get things going the right way again. And hopefully as they start working their way through the EDC schedule, they're able to kind of develop some consistency and kind of return to that form that we saw against Mandan and at Minot and those opponents.
So with that about wraps up this broadcast. So we will see you guys next week. Thursday, I believe, is our next broadcast for volleyball versus Davies, I believe. So we will see you guys then. And for everyone up here in the booth, I'm Tristan Murrock.
I'm Dan Wolf.
Good night, folks.